Hello and welcome! In this video, we will discover 11 signs that you will stay poor and never get rich. Some truths are really just harsh and something you don't want to hear. But if you want to get anywhere in life, it's time you do listen to it. Especially when the harsh truth is that you'll never be rich, even more so if you continue to stick to your regular way of life. The reality is, not everyone has the good fortune of becoming rich. However, you can figure out what you need to change about yourself to at least have some semblance of a chance at becoming the wealthy millionaire of your dreams. Today, we will show you exactly what poor habits of yours have ensured that you will always stay poor and never become rich. Becoming wealthy involves a wonderful combination of several good qualities, such as being disciplined and creative, and many other things that help you get a chance at grabbing an amazing future. Or you could continue as you are and stay broke. Regardless, let's take a look at your habits stopping you from achieving your dreams. But just before, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to download your free book on financial freedom by clicking on the link in the description below. Number 1. You aren't the best at maths. At its heart, money making is a calculative process. Out of what you earn every day on an hourly basis, you have to pay some back to your suppliers or employees, depending on whether you buy a business or are in employment. What's left of your income is used to pay tax. Another percentage is used to generate more profit. That's what it all really is at the end of the day. At the end of the day, all you need to do is a couple of the most basic forms of mathematics: subtraction, addition, multiplication, and division. Even if that seems hard for you, you might as well give up now. Unless you plan on involving yourself in extremely complex, financially centered work, this is all you need to know. You should be able to collect data correctly, organize it neatly, and then analyze it so you can reach a conclusion. This way, you will be able to measure what you have, and then you can decide on how to improve your lifestyle with what you have. 2. You aren't easily impressed with rich people. Despite wanting to be rich yourself, you don't exactly have the best impression of them. Instead, you mostly feel jealousy, anger, or frustration towards the lot. That won't work, because the truth is, people who are on their way to becoming rich most definitely like rich people. In fact, they surround themselves with only rich people so they could learn from them. They want to embody their ways and gain financial knowledge from them. If your opinion falls on the negative side for people who are doing well, it might be time that you change this thought process. Instead of feeding into your jealousy, try to find ways so you can be around these people and learn something from them. Rich people aren't automatically good or bad, but if you do have more money in your hand, you will be able to help more people. 3. Your focus is on saving rather than trying to earn more. Now, there's a clear line between people who are working hard because they want to become rich one day and people who do so because they don't want their situation to get any worse. Yes, saving money will make sure that you aren't usually short of your essentials, but it won't help you become a billionaire. There is only one path to becoming rich, and that involves earning a lot and then investing that earning into something more fruitful. The process is quite simple in theory, actually. First, you have to look for an income source that lets you earn a lucrative amount. Then, the amount you earn should be further invested in projects that will earn you double or triple the amount. The only way is to repeat this simple process over and over again until you are satisfied with the status that you have reached. 4. Your spending exceeds your earning. If your focus is more on buying momentary happiness, spending way more than your income allows you, not only are you no closer to getting rich, but it is certain that you are on your way towards becoming poor. Confusingly enough, people focus more on how they appear in front of other people than on their personal well-being. There's nothing wrong with not being able to get something you desperately want for the time being. In fact, the knowledge that you can't afford it right now should motivate you to work harder so you can afford it later. Sadly, a lot of people end up borrowing money for things they can live without because they don't want their peers to look down on them. A foolish act, no doubt. Why do you need the latest iPhone upgrade? Why are you always buying things that you have no use for just because they are available a little bit cheaper right now? Now, it's not wrong to want new things or luxurious items. The problem is that your entire focus is on buying these items instead of increasing your income first. You are also racking up debt for no reason. 5. Lack of discipline. If you think you're going to become rich overnight, that one day out of nowhere your lottery number will finally match or your business will get blooming suddenly, you will be waiting for that day for the rest of your life. To get anywhere in life, you will need to give up your time and attention and have a lot of discipline. The sooner you have this realization, the sooner you will be on the path that will help you reach your goals. No matter what kind of feelings a person has about a certain task, disciplined people tackle it unhesitatingly. If you don't have control over yourself, how will you control everything else in life? 6. Lack of investments. It doesn't matter how small of an investment you can make right now. No matter how small it is, try to make them. Learn and understand what you can from what you have invested in. See how the investment works out. What exactly is an investment? Well, in your case, it would be anything you can earn more from than the original amount you invested in. In total, there are 2 kinds of investment. There is active investment and passive investment. For active investment, you are investing both your time and your money. For passive investment, you buy something and let someone else run it while you get profit from their work. 7. Lack of financial goals. To put it simply, people who want to be rich make it their life goal to become rich. They do everything they can to achieve it. For them, becoming rich is their number 1 priority. They have preset financial goals, and then they act in a way that helps achieve those goals. For most people, they don't really try to see why they aren't earning more than their current income. They just live their lives as they are. If you don't start analyzing it, getting a deeper look at your source of income, your time invested in it, and how much you are getting paid, you are pretty much doomed to a lifetime of poverty. 8. Rich people are just lucky. Or that's what you think. You think that they somehow stumbled into their fortune, which is probably why you always hated them in the first place. You think they didn't have to face the same troubles and situations that you had to deal with. You think they were either always rich or had some massive amount of luck or simply have access to some supernatural secrets that got them where they are. Of course, one can't deny the work of luck informing one's fate. However, it's not always the deciding factor. We have an actual proof from it. If you look into the stories of some of the richest people in the world, a lot of them did have to face worse situations than you currently do, and they still prevailed. They still got where they are, despite all the odds against them. And they made it because they worked hard and were dedicated. In a way, you are already lucky as it is. If you can even see this video right now, you have the wonderful luck of being alive and getting access to so much information. You have the internet at your fingertips. In a way, the tools you have now are way better than the people before who became rich from the same position as you had access to. You only need to learn to use them right. It's not that rich people have gotten lucky. It's that you're unmotivated and lack action. 9. Constant learning. Something you are just not doing. You know how your electronic devices work better when you upgrade them? That's the same for people. However, there are people who never try to go through an upgrade. They never try to fix themselves. They never try to understand what they're lacking and how to do better. These people never reach a point where they're able to use the opportunities available to them simply because they have chosen not to. Think about yourself. Before you stumbled across this video, what were you doing? Were you learning anything, or were you just busy focusing on something entertaining? Well, entertainment isn't gonna better you. When it comes to learning, it's something that you have to do for the rest of your life. Just because you were out of school doesn't mean you shouldn't learn more. The moment you stop all attempts at learning, you simply cease to exist. You don't grow as a person, and you don't get better as an individual while the rest of the world is moving forward. Help yourself first before you do anyone else. If you're watching this video, it means that some part of you does want more than you have. You just have to take the first step. Start by reading more than one book a month. 10. At a standstill. This is pretty similar to the previous point and tied into it. Your life isn't going to take a turn if you aren't making that turn yourself. We know changes can be scary. They can also be refreshing. They can teach you things about yourself you weren't aware of. If you live the same way for 80 years, can you really call it a life worth living? Try doing something you haven't done before. Step out of your comfort zone. Do things such as taking a trip alone or facing a scary situation. Force yourself to go through situations that scare you. Confront that one person you never got around to facing. When you face all your demons, you will finally learn who you really are and who you're meant to be. 11. Failure scares you. Unfortunately, your biggest fear might be failures. Not that anyone wants to fail, but some people choose to go forward with their path regardless of the consequences, while others are terrified and stuck at the first step. The truth is, your fear of failure might actually be really grounded. We don't get as many chances as we're led to believe. If we mess up, it might really be over for us. However, there lies the beauty. It's a coin toss, and you will either come up worse for wear or end up more successful than you ever imagined. However, if you do try to improve yourself and learn new things, you will reduce your chances of failure. If the fear of failure is stopping you from trying, you will just spend your life wondering about the what-ifs. Final thoughts. There, we have summarized why we aren't getting richer. Now it's up to you whether you want to continue your monotonous life or take some risks. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to the channel. You are also free to receive the new book, 5 Steps to Reach Financial Freedom, by clicking on the link in the description below the video.